Pichu. No, they're my men's. This is why I didn't have a sister. We got rid of her. Wow. Ah. Ooh. Yay. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. I'm joking. It's a lie. There's not even anything in it. I've lied to you. Hello everybody and welcome to Roaravores Part 2. Because I didn't want to add revenue. Hey, you're not supposed to make the noise. I'm supposed to be surprised. Anyway, let's pretend she's not there right now holding the toys off screen and have our beautiful assistant do it instead. Putter, come on, quicker. Don't break them. Good God. Getting like close-ups with that one and this one. So here they are, part 2. Two dinosaurs that I'm super excited about. And that is, of course, the Allosaurus and the Triceratops. I would say first dinosaur I've reviewed from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was a herbivore, but I'd be lying because the first one is a Gallimimus that is actually really small in comparison to like size. But that's a little toy, we don't really care about that. These ones seem to be fairly in scale. Again, it's sort of the same, they look really good. They look really good. And instead of me just rambling on for ages, because we've already sort of seen the back of the boxes. Can you see that, Whitney? Can you see? Can you see? Yeah, okay, yes, very good. No, I'm waiting for you to go, damn! Like a little baby. Damn! Anyway, I was thinking what we could do is start with the one I'm most excited for. Allosaurus, let's go with Allosaurus. Actually, I'm really excited about that one, but I just want to do this one first. So let's get it out of the packaging! That's the adventure theme from SpongeBob. So that is the back of the box. Or I'll try and keep it because it's very like, ooh, hiya. There you go. Lower, yes. So you've got the little jaw action of the Allosaur there, and you've got the, I think they're down here. There, this one, yeah, you can see them there. They're still in focus because that lens is very, I cannot change the f-stop on it much at all. So you've got the Triceratops, Baryonyx, and then Metricanthosaurus there. Gonna have to sever the elastic bands of life again here, but I can take everything back except for once you take the tail on, put the tail on, that's it. You ain't getting that back. Oh, we can't balance without his tail. And here it is, the Allosaurus. Yes, that looks impressive, imposing, a pose of sheer grandeur. And actually really well sculpted now that I look at it. Its tongue here, I don't know if you can see. Get a close-up on that tongue there. There you go. For some odd reason, there it is, its tongue is grey. And you've got its gum lines, which are actually pink, but its tongue itself is grey. So unless, I don't know what's going on there. Could they not, I mean, it looks kind of cool, and it separates like the whole model. You can have a look at that head as like a really wide head. I think that really works well for the model. Like most carnivores have quite a narrow one, but for the Allosaur and actually I think Allosaurus did have a slim head, but for some reason the Jurassic World one they were like, no, we're gonna make it really wide. So we'll get some close-ups here. So there you go, there's the side of the head. Lovely little paint job for the eye there, and there's also like a little bit of pink in for the Allosaur's crest there. It's basically solid grey plastic, and then they've put like this lovely yellow patterning. We'll go over the sound effects in a second. Feet as well are great. Only problem I can see really is the tail, I think needs to be a little bit longer, if I've got to be honest. Like you're seeing all of this. It's a bit like the Indominus Rex with Hasbro. You're seeing all of that, and then you've got like a tiny bit of tail. And then the meteor, well, it's not really a meteor, is it? There's a volcanic debris hits behind him. His arms go out and he goes da 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 da. We were all like, what's that dinosaur? It's Allosaurus. Allosaurus. See, that's what I would do if it was a Pokemon. So there's only one thing left to do, apart from look how awesome it is. I guess it's possible for some people to say maybe the paint job's a bit dull. What do you think, Whitney? Do you think the paint job's a bit dull? Is it okay? Oh God. I mean, just like general color. Let's talk about the sound effects. So, we get a good shot, Whitney, there of it. Is it good? Does it look good? Ready? Roar number 1. Bit of an elongated T-Rex roar there. The end of a T-Rex roar. Not bad, but you got a little bit of a grumble. Second roar. That's good. You got like some footsteps and then a little bit of a snarl. I think there's about 5, but they go in different orders, so they're not like in a cycle, so. One stomp, one roar. Ooh, that one was a bit of a Baryonyx or Suchomimus sort of like a crocodilian growl to it. And maybe the last one? Ooh, that one is a bit Indominus Rexy, like a choo-choo train. Because Indominus has that there cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. So yeah, sound effects great. There was only one that was really a T-Rex, but I mean, Allosauruses and T-Rexes, like, are they related? I don't know. I don't think they are. But I can imagine having sort of that. Ooh, I really like its closed mouth position. And that's what I like about these toys, is the fact that you can close their mouths and they, like, that's something you could do. Most toys are like stuck either like that or like that. I mean, if you really wanted to keep it closed, just bong some blue tack in there. Because the jaw's it's not very strong, like, pinging it down. So if you wanted to, could you keep it closed and then just do the button? You could do. So that's a really good thing to do with it. Yeah, I like it. Now, to bring in all the way from down south, Off-Color Alan. It's not really, but I mean, we're using him for scale. Now, this guy is a Kenner toy, which means that he's a lot bigger than the ones we're going to get for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, for instance. So I think the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdoms are 3/4 inch models, so they're about like, maybe, I'd say probably take a head off Alan. I wouldn't do that to him. I wouldn't do that to him. I haven't met the guy. Maybe someday. Just like I met Jeff, who's also here. Hey Jeff, how you doing? And there's Jeff again, except yeah, he's also a Kenner, so they're about the same size. And again, like Jurassic, I don't have any Jurassic Park 3 figures with me, otherwise, but just imagine, like, take their heads off. That's how big Claire is and Owen is and all the mercenaries are gonna be. So here, I would say that's probably maybe an adolescent Allosaurus. So in comparison, when we get the actual human figures, that's going to turn this, what seems to be an adolescent Allosaur, into an actual adult Allosaur. I mean, even the old Kenner toys, they work really well together. So sorry about this, Alan. Yeah, there we go. Alan's having a pretty bad day of it. So that's the Allosaurus, and now onto Triceratops. There you go! Scan code for you, kitty, yeah. So this is Triceratops. And one thing that's interesting to note is actually its box, like its model on box, is a lot different to the one we've got. The one that's on the box art seems to be kind of an earthy brown and grey crest, instead of this one, which is more reddish brown and then a dark reddish brown for the color. But you can definitely tell at that bit, on this one, sorry, that it was gonna be completely different. So for one reason or another, they've decided to change the way Triceratops' color scheme is. Apart from that, it seems to be basically the same. And it looks incredibly impressive in the box. Might I say, one of the best Triceratops models that we've ever gotten. Ooh, slanderous. Also, I just want to say, yeah, the Allosaur also has like painted toenails. That's a sign of a quality product. But let's get Triceratops out of the box. Oh, is this just sellotaped in? Huh, weird. Look at that. Really? Really? Yes! Yes, that's Triceratops! Let's hear, like, oh, that looks so cool. And let's scale it with the Allosaurus before we hear the roars. How does that look? I would think that Triceratops would be a little bit bigger. Also, you can see it here. There's been a bit of spray paint as well. It's just been sprayed to the back of the legs. I'm not too sure why, but it's like a car, you know, it kicks up dirt and gets on the back, like, I don't know. You can shake him and his head's quite loose, so it like moves in this left-right motion, which means that if you stab the Allosaur, the head like naturally bends a certain way, so you see, if that's animation, that's like some nice secondary animation there going on without you having to put in any effort. So it just adds this like really nice lifelike sort of effect there. You're gonna lose all the paint job on those horns. I don't think any kid who owned a Triceratops had any paint left on his horns. So let's listen to the call. Yep, that's a Triceratops throwing a tantrum. Second call. Seems to just be a roar. Okay, third one. Oh, that's the first one. Okay. See, they don't come in any particular order. I feel like they should, so you could cycle it through, because when I was a kid, that's what I would do. I'd line up the right sound effect so I could play at the right moment. But this just seems to be random, unless there's only two. And that is a T-Rex. Why does Universal have an obsession with putting T-Rex in everything? God damn it. You got loads. You got a whole sound library, I'm sure. Okay, third. Well, that was the third one. Fourth one. Yeah, they used the start of a T-Rex bark sound effect there, but the guttural growl of a Triceratops sort of like maybe being a bit territorial or trying to ward off an enemy. That works really well. There should be one more. No, I think maybe there's only 4 for the Triceratops. Either that or I just got very unlucky. Now let's talk. Ooh, Whitney, focus. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. But yeah, the level of detail in the sculpt you can see there is really, really good. You've got like folds of fat. You can't really see the rib cage of the Triceratops, but wrinkles, scales, fat rolls. It's all beautiful. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Get those fat rolls. Yeah, gorgeous. Anyway, it does have like the spread out legs that the Allosaurus and the rest of the range can do, which is really good for balance. Because that way, it's definitely not gonna fall over. And to the front legs also have it. Yeah. Also, you can have them like. And how much can they bend? Oh, they can proper bend. He could be an upside down Triceratops. That is a weird pony. You're very right. Yeah. It looks a bit suggestive, actually. The mating ritual of a Triceratops. Love it. Love this one. This is, like I said, this. I don't know. Maybe I'm underselling it, I think. Because these toys, the Roaravores, are all so good. Like quality-wise, price-wise, 15 pound, 10 to 15 pound. Maybe 20 at a max ever. But apart from that, yeah, it looks really good. This Triceratops comes with a wide variety of motions, which is good because I was kind of worried the Triceratops wouldn't get any love because he kind of gets overlooked. Not gonna lie, in most of the Jurassic franchise. But saying that, we have a Triceratops here. I mean, you might have seen the last episode. If you haven't, click that thing there. Yeah, it's called a card in the YouTube business, and it'll take you to the previous episode where we unboxed. Oh, I'm not going to tell you. You find out there. This Triceratops was the one from the Jurassic Park range, which had the realistic dinosaur skin, and you could also squeeze it, and it could do a little motion there. And you can do that now with a button, and now we get a sound effect. And this guy is basically just a rhino with like a tiny crest on it. It's got a very long body and short, stubby horns, which you can also see here have worn away. The paint job's like almost completely gone on the tops of them. But you know, I mean, scale-wise, I mean, where is Alan? There he is. Probably say, yeah, he's more in scale with his line than he is with that one. That could be like a juvie Triceratops, I suppose. One of my favorite Triceratopian crest. Oh, sorry, Ceratopsian. Yeah, there you go. Toys that has ever existed is this, the Lost World Chasmosaurus. I love its paint, like it's the sort of color scheme it's got going on, and the model as well, the sculpt. Shame about it's just got like a random hole in the top. don't know how big Chasmosaur was in comparison to Triceratops. And Chasmosaur is definitely in Jurassic World Evolution. And it also, just like this one, had a motion you could do, but you had to kind of hold it a bit like a gun and pull the back leg. Yeah, this guy suffered from like weird feet sort of positioning. Like you can't really move him too much, and especially because of that back leg needs to be there, because if you pull it back, it's just gonna get sprung back. So you couldn't, like that hindered how much posability you could really do with it. As long as you kept the back legs there. But it was just, they were so funny because he wouldn't settle at all. Like, he's not flat, he wobbles because all the feet are weird positioned. Whereas this Triceratops, because he's got loads of different articulation with each of the legs actually, and the majority of them are flat, he can stand quite sturdy. But yeah, it looks, they work really well together. Batter each other's clash, oh, that kind of stuck there, that's awesome. This is how we test all of the toys' durability with Pachycephalosaurus. Will it break? That's the question. No, it survived, it's fine. It's one of my favorite toys because it can lead to broken teeth. Break his skin off as well, apparently. This is the pinnacle of like herbivorous dinosaur toys because it comes with a really good paint job. You could say he's got a bit of a weird collar thing going on because his head has to have this sort of action. It's so durable. I mean, I've whacked it against numerous things and it's got loads of different paint on it from doing so. It looks so cute there. He's like, ha! Let's bring the whole range in, yes, before we say bye-bye. So here we have the whole Roarasaur, that's the one. Roarasaur lineup right here. We have the Baryonyx, the Metricanthosaurus, the Triceratops, and the Allosaurus. My personal favorite is probably the Triceratops, just because of the amount of articulation that head can do. You've got like a variety of different stomping sounds, grunts, and like roars as well from the paint job as well. A little bit of bleed on the horns, but honestly, it's not as bad as we've had on Hasbro, and I'm perfectly fine to let that slide. It's a toss-up. These two are both the same. I would say Triceratops is a solid 9, so is the Allosaurus, and the Metricanthosaurus and Baryonyx are probably a 7. I think that it's just like the Baryonyx's arms need to be a little bit longer, especially that claw. It looks like it's got little diddy baby arms when Baryonyx was a creature that hunted very much with its forearms, so that's a bit of a shame. And Metricanthosaurus, I don't know, he's just a bit like a gargoyle. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments which one your favorite is and the reason why. Because I'm kind of interested if any of you guys have like the Metricanthosaurus or the Baryonyx as a favorite. Or maybe like the Allosaurus. I think the Allosaurus looks awesome, especially from the front. I love the way that wide head looks. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. What do they all sound like being set off at the same time? Whose legs will give in first? The Allosaurus is gone, Triceratops, and strangely enough, the Baryonyx is still going.